Hi guys, welcome back to Cold Cases SA. So this is another video on something very interesting, which is conspiracy theories. So basically what a conspiracy theory is truths that are hidden in plain sight, things that are just right under our nose, and if we asked the right questions, they would just be uncovered. So yes, let's just check out these 15 conspiracy theories and let me know in the comment sections which one you've heard about before or which ones you know that were not mentioned in the video, and enjoy the video, guys.
I guess sometimes people just look alike. You can't see it. I'm not saying nothing by this. They're probably related, right? Same bloodline. I mean, they don't look that much alike. And then there's people that do this. Like, come on, we know that's just an old photo of them with a filter on it. Now, these two, they must share some blood, you know? They're same bloodline. Cousins, maybe? Now, that has to be a coincidence. You know, I don't even know who that is. That's Hillary Clinton. Now, these two don't even look alike, really. Come on, guys. Come on, they're just all related, right? That's the answer here. We know everyone in Hollywood is related. Now that's just a filter. That's probably from a movie he did. Same here. There's no way it could be clones or anything like that. Now, come on, this is probably the same person. I don't really know celebrities, guys, so I'm not sure. Again, coincidence, family, come on. It's not like there was ancient people who preserved their DNA, that way they could be copied in the future. And it's not like cloning is even real. I mean, because if it was real, we'd all know about it, right?
Tonight I ask you to pass legislation to prohibit the most egregious abuses of medical research, human cloning in all its forms, creating or implanting embryos for experiments, creating human-animal hybrids, and buying, selling, or patenting human embryos.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Hi, it's Dana Horchowski. It is October the 9th, 2009, and I'm going to read you The Secret Covenant. I only have 10 minutes. It's on the Polly Hicks section of CanadaStreetNews.com, and this is dedicated to the Jesuits, the High Freemasons, and the High Knights of Columbus, and those that have pledged a blood oath allegiance to the Luciferians, secret societies. The Secret Covenant. An illusion it will be, so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be to accomplish one drop at a time so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the Absolute. We will work together always, and will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak until pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives in food and water, also in the air. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their minds. We will promise to find a cure from many of our fronts, yet we will feed them more poison. The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouths, and they will destroy their minds and reproductive systems. From all this, their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, and what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good, with fun images and musical tones. Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products being used in films and will grow accustomed to them and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject the poisons into the blood of their children and convince them it's for their help. We will start early on when their minds are young, and we will target their children and what the children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay,
these children are not just kidnapped and in some cases bred by families as a cash crop. We have people in the United States of America that breed children in order to sell them. And when they are sold, they come without birth certificates, which means it's easier to kill them and have no one ask where they are. We're also importing children by the plane load. Again, children who have no documentation. It's not just child slavery or child sex abuse. It's also child torture, because you have adrenalized blood. You have the whole blood drinking ceremony of the satanic world. It's also the use of children for harvesting body organs. And then you have ritual ceremonies and ritual murder, as well as incidental murder. Most organizations that end up being used to prey on children, Oxfam is a recent example, all of the United Nations organizations, the Boy Scouts of America, all of the child services agencies across the United States of America, they did not start out as organizations to prey on children, but they attract pedophiles. And ultimately, pedophiles end up rising in the ranks and controlling those organizations, so that an organization that initially started out in the service of children becomes an organization that is in fact hunting children.
Does anyone know why these statues can be found all over Poland? Is this more evidence of our real ancient past? Our real ancestors? The ones that were here before us? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Peace and love.
We live in a place now that feels just about like a plantation. We're all indentured servants, you know. When I found out there were 8 presidents before George Washington, I wanted to smack somebody. You know, I wanted to know why I was taught otherwise. Just tell me the whole story. I'll fill in the blanks, but don't tell me something that you think I'm supposed to know.
Martin Luther King is not the only one that needs to be exposed. We need to talk about Harriet Tubman and the vital role that she played, because I don't think y'all realize that gap that we're missing. Harriet Tubman helped cover that up. Let me break this shit down to y'all. So first of all, if y'all don't know, Harriet Tubman was not her name. And y'all, I keep telling y'all, America is a stage. These people are playing characters. Everybody, for some odd reason, has to change their name. So, and if you don't know, her real name was Arminta Ross. And I believe that's a Hebrew name. So she had to be kidnapped and brainwashed. But anyways, it says that during the Civil War, she served the U.S. Army as a spy, a scout, and a cook. The key word is she served the U.S. Army as a spy, a scout, a nurse, and a cook. And ironically, she's supposed to have led multiple slaves to freedom. But she worked for the U.S. How does that make sense? If we are the Aboriginal people of this land and she worked for the U.S., she was not working for us, because we were not united. We weren't citizens. Do you remember the United States were the 13 colonies that were over there that was trying to infiltrate into our land? We were not a part of their government. They called us La Louisiana. The Louisiana Purchase. Y'all come on now. And she worked with David Hunter, who was a general for the Union. And you know, the Union was supposed to be black people. Why would black people have a white man as a general when we just went through and escaped from slavery? That does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. Right? And so it sounds like she might have led him to us. And the people who she was rescuing, which more than likely were black men, she was trapping into their system. The Union was a trap for black people. She led the Union to black armies using the same tunnel systems that they use to today. Look, look, look. These are the same tunnel systems that they're using to traffic the kids. These are the same tunnel systems where people are coming up missing. Ironically, these are the same tunnel systems that she used to free us. Y'all, that's a red fucking flag. That's a red flag. Let me tell you how they got to us. She used these tunnel systems, and they were able to pop up in the heart of our cities. That's what happened. It was used as the face, so that way we would think that they were on our side. But it's no different from the Democratic and the Republic. They're both on the same team, but pretending to be on separate teams. So that's the same thing with the Union and the Confederate. They were the same people, because that's the United States. We weren't a part of the United States. Understand that. And so any black people that were a part of the United States were kidnapped. They were kidnapped. They were prisoners of war, because the Civil War was being fought between the Aboriginal people, or the original people, in the United States. I remember I said that she was used and she was trapping black people. Y'all remember when those pandemics of syphilis and things were being implemented into our men? How do you think that happened? She helped. She was a nurse. She telling y'all all of that. She kidnapped them, and she kidnapped them and put them into their system, to where they were experimented on and they were put into these prisons. And so when we go into these reconstruction eras, to where they are reconstructing these buildings, they use black prisoners for that. Y'all. Okay. And then let me tell you something else. Who was she being used by? Y'all, she was being used by Lincoln. Let me tell you, President Lincoln. She purchased a house from William Henry, who was appointed Secretary of State by Abraham Lincoln. How the fuck did a black woman who escaped slavery, who apparently helped all these niggas escape slavery, get a house from the president? Or get a house from the president's secretary? Make that make sense. They don't fuck with us. Okay. William was supposed to work for the Union of Black People as well, but he ironically helped play a role in the purchase of Alaska. And people be forgetting that we are original of this land. So just like how we were here, we were there. There's original black Alaskans too. Let me show you. So he was not for us. He just wanted our land. And Lincoln was just like Obama. They used him as a face. Y'all, he was black. Here he go with his real mama. This is a fake picture. This is who he really is. This is a black man. Come on. And so he got assassinated. Why? Because he was probably finna expose the truth. Y'all know Lincoln got murdered in Ford's Theater. Ford's Theater used to be a black church that got burnt down in the 1800s. And ironically, Ford's Theater sold the chair that he got assassinated in to Henry Ford, who ironically is the car brand. And y'all know that Henry Ford is also the same man who came up with 9 to 5, the 9 to 5 workday. Y'all, Lincoln was used to trap black people into their system. The same system that they used Martin Luther King to trap us into by saying he wanted us to integrate whole time we had our own shit. It's the same way they did. They used Lincoln as the same way. They made Lincoln seem like he was freeing all the people that they had been fucking over, that they had been kidnapping and doing all this shit. It wasn't us. Or some of us. Everybody wasn't captured. So they made him seem like he was just this saint. Whole time, his mama was a black woman who was kidnapped. 9 times out of 10, she was taken advantage of. And Lincoln was used to continue the bloodline. Because, you know, they all are related. So his daddy, he was used and he was brainwashed. So they could get us on their side. Come on, y'all. All of this shit is connected. I'm telling y'all that they needed us in their cities. They needed us in their workplaces to be the consumers and the workers. They needed us. We didn't need them.
In early 2020, Justin Bieber randomly posted a whole bunch of pictures of babies on his Instagram with the hashtag yummy. Around the same time, he posts this picture right here, yummy in pizza font. He later goes on Ellen's show and tells her what yummy means to him.
Here's what I want to ask. Yummy. What does that mean exactly?
My sex life.
Okay.
So this led a lot of people to question why he would post them babies with the hashtag yummy when his song is about his life. Now this is obviously an old clip, but it's from John F. Kennedy Jr. and he's talking about how a 9-year-old girl wrote him a poem and she's describing herself as pizza and it's yum yum.
We happen to have someone who sent us Monica Lewinsky's poem that she wrote in 9th grade. Actually, not in 9th grade, when she was a 9-year-old. And I know I'm going to rot in hell eternally for this, but can I maybe just give it a sample? Yeah, give a sample. Okay. It was written, the poem is a poignant rumination on how, quote, I can be a delicious lunch, dinner, or breakfast, if you're weird. She goes on to describe herself, quote, as a round and flat piece of dough with lots of topping. I am a mouth's best friend. I make you say, yum, yum.
And the thing is, she wasn't just some random 9-year-old. She grew up and happened to be the woman that Bill Clinton had an affair with. Almost like she's been in the industry and they used that poem as a startup to some type of code word, pizza. And that takes us back to this picture that he posted around the same time he was posting them babies with the hashtag yummy. And if you know about symbolism or code words that these people use, it's like a secret language. Especially with him posting this picture specifically along with the pictures of the babies in the hashtag yummy. So with all that being said, it almost feels like he was trying to tell us something by doing this. Ask yourself, whoever referred to this as pizza?
They'll name 3 names for your lady parts.
Mini Moose, a JJ, and a pizza.
And look at how she's looking. And she's flaunting it. And if you know anything about Ellen DeGeneres, you would understand why this was her reaction to her saying that.
He's an early 30 and you're a late 50.
Yeah.
But somehow you both look the same age there. I mean, there's something to be said for being with a younger man.
I suck baby's blood. And put it on my face.
One of Oprah's favorites. She says it's a miracle fountain of youth.
I'll do that. Oprah did.
Yeah, Oprah did it. All right, so here, we're going to rub it right in.
How come it's red?
I'll show you in a sec, Steve. So this is made from growth hormones of human
Look,
foreskin.
the wrinkles has just disappeared.
So it's made from human foreskin.
Talk about this facial that you're obsessed with. Explain what it is.
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
Okay.
Who comes up with this?
I don't think. It's not like I'm lying there with little pieces all over my face. It's like,
Who thinks of collecting it and having it for? We'll do something with this someday.
Why did?
They always put it in movies.
I mean, nobody's done human sacrifice. People have always done human sacrifice.
What do they need a virgin for? To throw her into the fire? You new here? What? Why? An offering to the gods? You serious?
You want to go platinum, John? Things can get messy when you make a deal with the devil.
This virgin's blood is your bounty. Her virgin's flesh for your seed. Arise, green one. Arise and take back the earth.
What if you don't pull it off? They rise. Who does? The ancient ones. The gods that used to rule the earth. As long as they accept our sacrifice, they remain below. But the other rituals have all failed.
Unknowingly, I made a deal forged in hell. No, my baby. Take it back. Take the spell back. I can be mortal again.
Give the child to me. I want my innocent soul.
You will be fine.
What's the blood for? You mix the blood of the innocent with the blood of someone sacrificed. Recite the verses while dripping it on the page. And basically, you get whatever you want.
Did you know these are the people who knew too much and were silenced? Michael Jackson, 25th of June, 2009. It's said that Michael uncovered secrets about a dark network involving high-ranking politicians and minors. The official version states he died from an overdose while trying to sleep that night. But how credible is that explanation? Barnaby Jack, 25th of July, 2013. This famous hacker shocked the world when, during a conference, he demonstrated how some could manipulate pacemakers to cause clean, undetectable deaths. Just days later, Barnaby was found dead in his apartment. A simple coincidence, or was he silenced for what he knew? Daphne Caruana Galizia, 16th of October, 2017. This investigative journalist exposed secrets about the elites and the controversial Panama Papers. Her research placed her in direct conflict with powerful figures. Shortly afterwards, a bomb in her car ended her life. Is it really just a coincidence that all these people met such fates, or did they uncover something they were never meant to know? But what do you think, Comet Silence? If you want me to keep exposing the hidden truth,
no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay.
Well, we ruined the planet, we dispossessed, imprisoned and slaughtered First Nations people, we enforced gender roles, we systemized rape, racism, misogyny, transphobia, homophobia, ableism, classism and unsustainable food industries. We allowed fossil fuel companies to operate our elected officials like ventriloquist dummies from hell, raping our planet for economic gain. We turned the prisons and military into big business. We sold our land, our resources, our water table and the port of Darwin to the Chinese, who we're now in a trade war with. We empowered the church to such a degree it's now just a tax haven for pedophiles, with the ability to manipulate government policy and mandate legislation on women's bodies without their consent. And we bred dogs to a superficial aesthetic level so they can no longer breathe. But pugs are so cute the way they suffocate when they walk. Their eyes are pointing in different directions because they're asking both owners to kill them.
I guess sometimes people just look alike. You can't see it? I'm not saying nothing by this. They're probably related, right? Same bloodline. I mean, they don't look that much alike. And then there's people that do this. Like, come on, we know that's just an old photo of them with a filter on it. Now, these two, they must share some blood, you know? They're same bloodline. Cousins, maybe? Now, that has to be a coincidence. You know, I don't even know who that is. That's Hillary Clinton. Now, these two don't even look alike, really. Come on, guys. Come on, they're just all related, right? That's the answer here. We know everyone in Hollywood is related. Now that's just a filter. That's probably from a movie he did. Same here. There's no way it could be clones or anything like that. Now, come on, this is probably the same person. I don't really know celebrities, guys, so I'm not sure. Again, coincidence, family, come on. It's not like there was ancient people who preserved their DNA, that way they could be copied in the future. And it's not like cloning is even real. I mean, because if it was real, we'd all know about it, right?
Tonight I ask you to pass legislation to prohibit the most egregious abuses of medical research, human cloning in all its forms, creating or implanting embryos for experiments, creating human-animal hybrids, and buying, selling, or patenting human embryos.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. You guys remember when Kanye said this, then disappeared?
Not taking the responsibility as a man. That's why I say the song Closed on Sunday is the hardest record ever made, as hard as the NWA record, because it's talking about protecting your kids from the indoctrination of the media, the thousands and thousands of images that are fed to children by the age of 6 or 7. And within those images, there are images mixed in that we don't know about as parents, that are purposely mixed in to lower the kids' superpower and esteem so that they can be more susceptible to consumption and feel that they need to consume and become a part of the robotic numeric system that controls so much of the media. I just had to say it like this. You can rewind it and then do research what I'm talking about.
You already know.
And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
Puff Daddy. Anyways, he's just shouting them out for doing a nice event, right?
Public place, you did it. Probably the Obama thing.
John! Oh God! Oh God!
John?
What is your wife talking about?
I don't know. We're not talking about it. That's the truth.
That is an awesome answer.
Not the White House.
It
was not
It was not at the White House.
100% not the White House. I promise.
He was not elected yet.
Yeah.
Public place, you did it. That's what they ask, and then she says the Obama thing. So they was all getting freaky in public.
One's like, the realtor found a handkerchief. I think it has a map that seems pizza related. And another one is, Obama spent $65,000 flying in pizza and hot dogs from Chicago. Are we using the same channels?
I tease Joe sometimes. He's not just a great vice president, he is a great friend. We've gotten so close in some places in Indiana, they won't serve us pizza anymore.
Tell me about Joe and your relationship with Joe, and what do I need to know? Like, what's the thing about the ice cream? He loves ice cream. Tell me about that.
Listen, ice cream is big. Pasta with red sauce, he can go deep. on that.